Hey guys, working on my 2015 Infiniti QX80, and I'm going to be doing a transmission fluid change. I usually get a little bit of shudder around 40 and 50. I think that's 4th and 5th gear area. To begin, I needed to get the transmission relatively hot, I think around 104 degrees. So I took it for a ride. The engine's nice and warm. I got an infrared gun. We'll put it underneath and make sure we're up to temperature, and then we'll jump right into it. And that's in Celsius, hold on. Alright, so we're at 112. Yep, so we're nice and hot. We can now begin our drain and fill. I think I need an H5 for the overflow, and I think it's a 19 for the drain. Let's begin. Oh, and just to give you a reminder, if you see here the front wheels right there, transmission literally sits kind of right behind the front wheels. This is our fill plug. This is our drain plug. Let me see here. This is indeed a H5. Damn. And I kind of want to break this anyway, so that when we refill it, I kind of got an idea of where I need to be at when it's refilled. There we go. And she just broke. Now we need to be careful here. That transmission fluid may be pretty hot, and the one thing you don't want to do is spill it on yourself. So there we go. And she's coming out. Okay, nice solid stream. I'll keep that in mind. Fluid doesn't look that bad either. It's not like pure red, but it ain't terrible. Once this is done draining, I'm gonna open up the drain plug bolt, and then I'll put this back on, and we're gonna let this drain. I'm gonna measure how much comes out. Oh, okay. And it seems like we're already coming to a close here. A nice steady stream. So now, yeah, we're a nice steady stream. And we'll put this back on. I'm not going to torque it or anything yet. Just going to tighten it down enough that it doesn't leak. Yep, 19. Okay, got her correct. Same scenario. With my drain bucket right here. And let's get her out. Okay, and we're gonna let that drain also. I'm actually a little bit happy. This does not look that bad at all. I don't want to get this stuff on you. Trust me, that shit stinks. All right, time for the 19. So let me show you my setup here. So we drained about literally a gallon out here. This is a gallon here, but we're gonna need this adapter. I think you need an electric pump. I think you do. Don't quote me on that. You might be able to get away with a hand pump, but this screws, it has a rubber ring in here too. This screws into the fill/overflow plug. And I'm going to add 2 more additives here. This Lubeguard automatic transmission, and this is basically like the short-term stuff, the instant fix, and this is the long-term stuff. If you know anything about the Chevy and the GMs, the 6 and the 8 speeds, they're known to have shuttering issues, and this stuff is known to be a cure for that. Let me see here. Yeah, yep, for the GM stuff. So I'm going to try this for this truck as well, because I never really seen shuttering like that before. So I'm going to give this stuff a try and this a try, and I'm going to mix this in here and pump it in. The one thing I am a little bit curious about though is I want to make sure I get all of this into the system. So I'm thinking I'm going to dump this into here, into this oil pan right here, and then I'll fill it up to 4 quarts, and then I'll start the pump. I'm using jumper cables. Don't let those touch. Those are live wires, because these use clamps right here, so I can get the pump underneath of there. I'm going to attach the straw to whichever side it goes on. I'll take a look later, but I'm gonna basically attach this something like that, put a clamp on it, pump it into there, and we'll try to get the full 4 quarts in there. We'll start it up, and then we'll make sure that we get a nice steady strong stream coming out. As long as I put the same amount of fluid back in that we took out, we should be okay. So let's get to it. And just to show you how I'm kind of utilizing this, I already got my pump set up here. I'm using the jumper cable so I can get closer to the transmission pan. I'm keeping the power in the bag so that these two don't touch. And so we have power. I'm gonna get this on the fill plug, and we'll start pumping this stuff in. I'm gonna mix these with and I want to mention something here. This transmission takes, I think, Matic S. Yes, Nissan Matic S. Now I'm going with the Valvoline Max Life. This stuff has been great to me. It's been great in every vehicle I've used, and it's designed for high mileage vehicles, and it's full synthetic, so it knows that it's going to be going into some troubled transmissions. This stuff's never let me down, so I'm going to keep using it. And as you can see, that is the adapter. It's in the fill plug. Instead of me putting my whole body under here trying to struggle, I think I'll just pull the fluid from right here. So I'm gonna pour this stuff, and I have a measure. It's hard to see, but the 4 quart mark is about right there. Either way, I know it takes about the full thing. So I'm gonna pump this in. We're gonna get it up to capacity, pull the overflow plug out, and if it drains out, we'll put the cap on, start it up, and then refill any if needed. All right, and I'm going to just squirt this in. Like that. Follow it out. Then I'm going to put the Lubeguard. Let's pour the oil in first. Fill this up to about 3, close to 4. Okay, let me show you guys what I'm working with here. So I drained about literally a gallon. And the instructions, when I refill this, it says it wants to drain it again. I'm a little bit nervous about doing it a second time, because if I lose another 3 or 4 quarts, that's ballpark around 8 quarts. I think this truck only holds about 10.5. If you drain out too much of the old stuff, you could get slippage. That's the whole reason why you do fluid changes. When you do a fluid flush, too much fresh fluid in, you could run into problems. So I don't think I'm gonna flush this a second time. I'm gonna play it safe, but I'm gonna show you guys my setup here. All right, now I'm gonna mix this rest of this in. Make like a soup sandwich, I guess. And that is damn close to 4 quarts. If I need to add more, I will add more. Just get something in here and stir the pot. If you know what I mean. Alright, and I'm just gonna spin this concoction to kind of get all the fluid to mix. Like that. Cool. Now let's start the pump. Alright, and I'm gonna grab the pump here, flicker to the on. He's taking it. Okay. We're cooking. And keep going in. And just make sure that this sucks it all up. It's filling out. Alright, let's try this again. this little clamp up here so I can turn this without having to turn my entire pump, not bend the hose out. Let's see here. And we got ourselves our consistent stream. Let's get this back up in there. What I'm gonna do here now is I'm gonna start the truck up. It said let the truck run for about 3 minutes so that all the fluid works its way into the system. We'll pull this open again, and if no fluid comes out, we'll continue to pump more fluid into the transmission. I should have actually put the new crush washer on the drain plug, but it's okay. It's not going to kill anything. Consider putting the drain plug crush washer on before it works. I mean, I'm gonna tighten this drain plug down, and I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna snug this down too, and we're gonna start the truck up. I got everything snugged up. Let's go back on top of the truck and fire her up. All right. Let it run for a minute. Don't mind that check engine light. I'll get to that another day. But for now, I'm gonna let it run for about a minute. Set my timer. Then I'm gonna start going from reverse, neutral, drive, back and forth, about 10-second intervals. All right, I'm definitely off here, but I'm still gonna cycle through. And basically what we're doing is we're getting the fluid up into the valve body, into the torque converter, letting it mix where it needs to mix. And then what we're going to do is, because once the fluid starts getting hot, if there's any more left, I'll pump more into the system and make sure that we get it all in there, you know. So by the time this 3 minutes comes up and I pull that fill plug, if it doesn't come out, then I know that I still got to add more fluid. Alright, now I'm going to leave the vehicle running. Let's get underneath of the car and let's check the fill plug. Okay, you guys, and yeah, she's coming out. She's full. She's definitely full. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yep, she's full. So I'm gonna let that drain for a little bit. Let me go get a new crush washer for this. So we're gonna wait for that, and as soon as we see it get thin, I'm gonna hurry up and throw this drain or this fill plug back in there. See if I can pull this off. Oh, that's doing this thing. And right there, so our stream just got thin. I'm gonna stop right there and put that back in. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I could not get my crush washer off. It is completely flattened out, so I'm just gonna give up on that. But as soon as you, like I said, as soon as you see that thing get thin, throw it back up in there, and I'm gonna tighten it down. There's little torque specs on the manual, so just snug her down, make sure she's good. Snug down the drain plug, make sure she's good, and we're gonna take her for a drive. All right, I'm gonna come here with it. And like that, nothing more. Get my drain plug bolt right here. And just like that, we're good to go. Spray this with some brake clean and just wipe her down. We'll fire her up and then we'll take her for a spin. And I'm not expecting immediate results, but we're just gonna see. We're getting near 40, we're getting near that 4th gear. Oh, no shudder at all. Oh wow, okay, only a little bit. Fourth gear was the most prominent, so that's a good feeling. Usually this stuff does take a while to work. You can take, you know, a couple 100 miles for it to really do its job, but still a good job. It's still a good idea just to see if we see any difference at all at face value. And I'm gonna come back the other way and we'll see how she does in fourth and fifth gear. Went in reverse good, going to 40. Ooh, no shudder again, wow. Going to fifth, I believe. No shudder, holy smokes. Wow, this transmission fluid change really did a good job. I am genuinely impressed. I'll keep driving it and over the miles, let's see if anything gets better. And okay, you guys, I'm all done here. Everything works. She goes into reverse, she goes into drive perfectly fine. She goes through all the gears pretty smoothly. Like I said, as I'm just gonna keep on driving this over the miles. Hopefully things just continue to get better and I'll let you guys know. But thanks for watching. Till next time, out. Bye.